Good morning. You're going to see a lot of me today because in an hour? 2 hours, we're getting on to do a live. The live is about, you know, what's going on and how we can look at things, think of things. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Join us at 11. Hello, Caroline. Good morning. My question for you today is, what are you doing and what are you doing to quiet your mind? Hello, Sherry. Hey, buddy. I think I told you guys yesterday, I have a new obsessive compulsive disorder of listening to the news. I am not a news junkie person. My dad, however, listened to the news like 10 times a day. Probably why I don't listen to the news very often, but now I do either on my Google Home or wherever, usually on the Google Home. It is making me have to learn how to quiet my mind after, because, waking up and that being the first thing I do before I even journal is kind of a lot. So I am wondering, what are you doing to manage the stress or what's going on? Because I know we're all feeling a little bit overwhelmed, underwhelmed, confused, all the feelings or the feels, as we like to call them, or you're feeling. So yeah, that's my question for today. And as usual, I'm going to go into personal, business, and helpful advice. If you have any of those three things to share them in the group today. In our group now, you can do lives anytime. You can promote your business, promote a friend's business, share what's going on. Let's make it more of a community, right? We also have those co-working hours, and we do have, maybe one or two people pop on. The co-working hours are a bit of a chat up. So if you're looking to avoid getting some work done, or you can do two tasks at once, that might be for you. I have my notes over here. Of course, the screen's backwards. So what I'm thinking, so we did okay this month, and I got rid of my proposal software. And I don't know if you know, man, was so proud of my software that I used, and I loved it. It was a little bit pricey, and I will tell you that I got rid of it. And then we were doing okay this month, and I thought in my head, I could go get that again. And then I thought, I need to forward think. I need to be thinking about what is going on, what's going to go on in a couple months. So every penny is a prisoner. That's how I'm looking at it. And I know people are saying, hey, spend money, feed the economy, and yes, on food and essentials, but make sure you can pay your mortgage or your rent or buy food for your family. We are telling people when we have meetings with them now, hey, you need to be really sure that you can, this is going to be comfortable for you, whatever, the fee is. So I think that's really important to do with people. Sherry, you're saying you joined exercise and fitness. Ooh, share a link if you got it. Good morning, Janice. Yes, one of my actual helpful advice things is to start creating a at-home physical routine, because I think it might be good. It might be good for my soul. Going outside, being in nature, hearing the birds sing. If you caught my personal story this morning, you can hear the beautiful birds chirping. It's so beautiful around here. So we're really lucky. So I need to break this new neurotic habit of listening to the news first thing in the morning. I leave my phone outside of my bedroom. I do not take it in the bedroom anymore. I learned that a year or so ago, because I didn't want anything interrupting sleep in my world. And I need to do that in the morning. So I am wondering, do you have tips for what you do in the morning? What's the first thing you do? And the second and the third? How are you managing not becoming a news junkie? Because for me, the first thing I heard this morning was 600 and, old folks' homes have been infected and blah. And my big fear is my parents. So that's a hard one, right? Ooh, Misfits Fitness Group Challenge. That's what Sherry's saying. I want to see that. So over the last couple of days, we've had some people share some wicked stuff. Like there's a Facebook group that somebody shared in this group the other day. It's so funny. So funny. If you need to laugh, there are things to make you laugh. And that is what my helpful advice is going to be about. But before I get there, a couple really interesting things to note. there are a lot of free classes right now, and I know a lot of people are saying, you know, don't offer things for free, and I get that. Don't if you don't want, do if you want. But as a consumer, maybe think about doing these things before you think about paying for things right now. Just because they're offered there, they're not going to be there forever, and there's some really cool stuff out there. So if you know any courses or any things like that that are free online, share them in the group. That would be amazing for people. I'm doing the Moz training right now. If you're not into SEO, it's a little dry. But if you are, ask me for the link. What things do you guys need to know? You want to know something about Google? Super crazy weird. Super crazy weird. Okay, so we had an issue yesterday with one of our Google accounts that, you know, was harder to figure out than the usual. So usually what we do in that circumstance is we call Google Ads and we get help. Well, we called and the number didn't even ring. There was nothing. It's blank. And then we realized that all their call centers are in India, and India is on lockdown. So if you're looking to get service, I know you guys have been to many websites, especially the banking sites that are like, you know, higher search call or higher call volume, or, you know, well, Google's the same. So plan on doing a little more research. So that's the Google news today. I'll bring you more Google news tomorrow. If you know any news about any social media or any platforms you work on, share that in the group. Did I say share stuff in the group? I think I did. Okay, so that's my helpful advice. Oh, and more people are online more than ever before. So yesterday I talked about how the people searching for websites are, there are more people clicking on the sites, less people searching for certain things. Pay attention to Google Trends. Get involved in that. Check it out. Kind of cool. Super interesting things to do. I heard that Zoom is having issues. Yes, Zoom has some issues, especially with PCs right now, but there are workarounds and Zoom is working on it. There is a link on my personal Facebook page about Zoom and what to do if you're using a PC. Yeah, and don't forget, there's a lot of other tools you can use. There's Google Hangouts, pretty secure. There's Skype, really secure. People are using House Party on their phone to meet with their families and have group chats. There's a lot going on. I personally use Zoom, Ecamm, Google Hangouts, Skype. So there's a lot of options out there. So yeah, so if more people are online more than ever before, and you know you're scared about your business or your business is suffering, you know, start paying attention to what people are doing, what people are saying. You know, be a lurker. It's okay now, right? More people are doing it. So yes, and now for my helpful advice. I know that was helpful too, right? But don't forget to tell me at the beginning, if you didn't catch the beginning, I was asking, how are you keeping your mind quiet? Because are you watching the news in the morning too? After this, I am going to go watch the news, just so you know. Hear it, not watch it. So, okay, a helpful advice. Sherry was saying something about this morning, which was awesome. I was going to mention it. Exercise routine. I've heard of people end a day doing yoga classes. I thought that was pretty inspiring. You know, because they were doing it with their kid who's a teenager. I thought that was lovely. So, you know, I'm going to set up some YouTube, cue it up before my morning so that there's no thinking in the morning up to a certain point. I'm sure you know that. You might find that for yourself. So besides doing that, if you are having trouble with building that into your life, one of the things that is really great is if you've heard of the book Atomic Habits. So for instance, if you have trouble getting an exercise routine going, you know, just promise yourself you'll do like one squat and then do it for a couple of days and then do two. It's based on the premise of Atomic Habits, a wonderful, amazing book. You can also Habit Stack. If you haven't read that book, I highly recommend it. It's really good. Might be great for right now. What's my other ones? Oh, find things that make you laugh. Huge. I am, you know, dancing around the house in the morning. I was listening to some fun music. So yeah, and hey, if you're in the group today and you are listening to music, post what you're listening to, inspire some others, right? That's the game plan right now. The last tip I have for you, although it may sound weird, I love it. It's a little bit over the top right now because there's so many people on it, but TikTok TikTok. You don't have to open an account. You can just have the app or go to the desktop app and have it on your phone and just scroll through. And I usually scroll through until I find something that makes me laugh. I watch it and then I'm out of there. But that's been inspirational for my days. So what are you doing? How are you doing it? I'd love to know. So if you are still here or you're joining me on the replay, tell me, do you like what the cat's doing? That cat is kind of dark and evil sometimes, I'm telling you. But we love him. His name is Thor, and he likes men better than women. Just in case you wanted to know. And that's it for me today, guys. I will be on here tomorrow morning. If you're joining me, there are questions I'm asking. Please answer them. If you're catching the replay, go back, listen to the questions, and give me an answer. And don't forget, today at 11, we're going to do Geek Speak. It should be a really interesting conversation. It's about how to pivot and what's going on in businesses right now. And also, I will be live tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. right here. We have the co-working hours. As you know, today they are from 12 until 2. And lastly, share whatever you need or want in the group, and go live if you want to go live. We would love to see your beautiful shining face. And very last but not least, I have a couple shout outs, which is one to Karen. I love that you got on here and did a live and danced it up. You're so amazing. Cool. Karen's going to be on one of our lives in a couple weeks, guys. So that's going to be really fun. Janice, you're always making my days better. Janice has shared some really valuable information regarding rent. And the last one is Vari. Vari just did a amazing talk. Vari, I just decided to talk about you. Vari did an amazing talk for Work BC, and she has offered to post it in the group. It is a video. It is, probably 45 minutes to an hour long. I have said yes, because it's going to help so many business owners out. So Vari, don't forget to post that today. I was going to message you. So there's that. And guys, get a chance to watch it. Vari, if you have any trouble sharing it, let me know and we'll get that done. Ooh, Janice, you're saying you're listening to Bob Marley. Yay. I think iTunes is offering 3 months free. Ooh, that's good. I'm paying for, what is it? That other one, people always mix it up with Shopify, as weird as that is. But yeah, we pay like $10 a month, so I might look into that. So I'm canceling some things currently. What are you doing? How are you quieting your mind? Those are my questions today, and I will be back here 9 a.m. tomorrow morning to chat it up before you start your day. So talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye, guys.